Today, we've got the all-new 250 Series VX Toyota Prado. We're going to put it through its paces today, testing the stock suspension up against the EFS Xtreme shock absorbers and springs. This vehicle is already very similar to the 300 Series Land Cruiser, which is already a very capable vehicle. Can we make this even better? Let's find out. We've been driving this car now for the last 5-10 minutes on the highway, back streets, and we've found it's very boaty. It bounces around a lot, it wiggles around. It does have different mode settings in the car that you can change to your sports mode. It does stiffen the shocks up, but still in your normal day, everyday driving, it is quite bouncy. It comes jam-packed full of new features. Like you've got your big LCD screens in here. Your seat reclines back once you turn the car so you can get in and out of your doors easier. You've got heaps of legroom in the back. We've got these two guys in the back here, stacks of legroom. So we've got the trailer hooked up now, and look, I can definitely feel that we've got the trailer on there. Look, it's not the heaviest trailer, but it's also not the lightest trailer. It's definitely sagging in the bum now. It's a lot more bouncy, a lot more wobbly in the car. With the trailer all hooked up and driving, I've actually noticed there's a tow haul mode. So it actually disables all your other drive modes, like your sports and your comfort mode. It actually also stiffens your shocks up, but I feel like it's still not quite right. So hopefully with our new shocks that we'll put in it, it'll fix it up. We were just thinking on the way home on how much this thing actually has sagged. So we're actually going to show you. We're going to measure it now with the trailer on the back of the car with its full weight. Let's have a look. So with that trailer fully off the car now, we're sitting at 565 mil. So that's a 40 mil drop. So we've just gotten the front strut out of this 250 Series Prado. Now, when we pulled it out, we've actually noticed one thing, that the top hat is actually slightly different to the 300 Series, the 200 Series, and the 150 Series Prado. Now, we've actually thrown this top hat on the 3D scanner, we've scanned it all up so we can get all the measurements off it, but for this application, we're just going to use the OEM on the Xtreme shock. We're back in the car and we've fitted all the Xtreme shocks up now, and even just driving to this location, man, honestly, having the Xtreme shocks has just made a huge difference. The car just feels so much more controllable. It's not that boaty and throwing you around and bouncing up and down like what it was with the OEM shocks. It just feels like a new car. I really cannot wait to hook up the camper trailer to this thing and just see how it goes, because it feels good now. I'm so excited to see what the trailer's going to feel like. We're actually going to hook the trailer up, but while we do that, I'm actually going to show you how much it sags in the rear without springs in it. So we're currently sitting at 620, sitting there. So if I get Nathan to hurry up and actually wind that down. So we've actually gone down to 600. So we've actually only dropped 20 mil, which is awesome. I told you that the Xtreme shocks are great without towing. We've hooked the trailer up again. We've been towing down along this dirt road now, and man, it makes a massive difference. I feel like I have a lot more control with the trailer. It's not pushing me all over the road on the dirt. It just is so good. We're gonna go back to the workshop now, and we're gonna show you the difference between the OEM shocks and the Xtreme shocks on the dyno. Then what we might actually do is actually show you the difference in the coil springs and the load cell. You can see with the OEM shock absorber in these graphs that it's fine working under normal conditions, but as the force increases, it starts to struggle. As you can see, we've been running the shock now for about 3 minutes, and the temperature is starting to rise, which is going to cause a big factor in fading.
Now here you can see we've got the EFS Xtreme shock absorber. Straight away, you can see it handles the forces so much easier, provides a smoother ride for those off-road rough conditions. We'll go over to the coils now. You'll see with the OE coil, it handles moderate loads quite okay. But when you're carrying those heavier loads, you'll actually notice the sagging, which is what we've seen towing the camper trailer. And over time, this can reduce your ground clearance and stability. With our EFS coil spring, you can see it is built to handle those heavy loads even without sagging. It does give you that better stability, improved ride height, and it gives you that more confidence on those rugged terrains. As you can see on the screen here, we've put both those coils down about 2 inches compressed. And you can see with the OE, it's about 264 pounds of force it takes to compress that. And with our Xtreme, it's 546. Now that we've gone through all that boring and technical data, you can see why having an aftermarket suspension put into your four-wheel drive is such a key thing. So we've had this car now for a couple of days, and what an experience it has been. If you are considering buying one of these new Prados, I suggest you do it. So I do a lot of outback touring and a lot of camping, and after I fitted the EFS suspension to this car, it was phenomenal. It was to the point that the boys in the back on their way home from our testing were actually falling asleep. So if you're looking at upgrading your suspension, your four-wheel drive, you should look no further than the Xtreme shock absorbers and the EFS coils, as they are worth every penny. Let us know in the comments section what you guys think of the 250 series Prado and what we should do next. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.